taking off the aerator. Boy, am I aggravated. I got a call from Mrs. CW at noon Friday, coldest day of the year. It was below zero, 20 below Celsius. She says there's no power at the lakefront house. So she calls the electric utility, NYSEG, New York State Electric and Gas. They said, oh, we turned off the power. The tenant that you had there that moved out asked to turn the power off. Well, she's been trying to call them to put it in our name, but we couldn't do it because the tenant has to do it. So they called up the utility, took the power out of their name, and they sent a technician over and shut the power off. Isn't that nice? Instead of calling us or just switching it in the computer to our responsibility as a landlord with accounts in good standing. We have other accounts with the electric utility. So Mrs. CW on Friday at noon calls them. They said, well, we're busy for the rest of the day and we'll send somebody out Tuesday because Monday is President's Day. So our light that we keep down here to make sure the pipes don't freeze, of course, isn't working, and we can't bring a propane heater in to turn the heat on because we need electricity to run the propane heater fan. What a corporate stupidity. Oh, policy says that if the tenant wants the power shut off, we just go and shut it off. Frozen pipes? What's that? Temperature here is, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 below Celsius. Got two thermometers here. Double check. Yeah, they're both the same. There we go. 30 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 1 degree Celsius. Wonder if we have any frozen pipes. The heating pipes aren't frozen. I turned the boiler back on. And the electric utility is not going to come here. I had to run 2 extension cords all the way to the warehouse and use a double-ended plug and turn the main breaker off. Talk about corporate stupidity. What is it today? Friday, January 13th. Friday the 13th. It's a beautiful sunny day. Too bad it is really cold outside. The power has been off here for 24 hours. And this pipe, I think, is frozen. Because usually it pulls in and out of the faucet very easily. Got water downstairs, but just trickle here. It'll come through once the heat comes up a little bit. I can run the boiler off extension cords. Wonder what else is frozen. Total stupidity that electric utility can cut the power in the middle of the winter, not call you, not just put it in your name and bill you later, and do it at the end of the week and not even advise you, and then tell you, sorry, we're closed for the weekend, when in fact they have crews on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, driving around, fixing no power situations where trees fall in lines and pull the meter boxes off of houses. We're getting some activity here. Had a problem with Haggerty Roadside 2 weeks ago, and they sort of apologized, or whatever they did. They actually switched providers the day after my escapades in the woods. There we go. Now we'll see if NYSEG, the utility company, really cares. Huge company owned by somebody in Spain, I think, or Mexico. Not even locally owned. There, we got water now. No frozen pipes, I hope. It works in the bathroom because it's the middle of the house, whereas this is against a cold wall, which I really don't like. When I do my water supplies next to a cold wall, I move the pipes over here, put them in the corner, and go down into the basement away from the wall to keep the ambient temperature, which is always colder on a cold wall. Those are in the middle of the room and at 28 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 2 Celsius. This is a cold wall. No sun on this side. That's north. So there's no possibility of any heating even from the sun, solar gain. And the electric utility couldn't care less. We'll have to speak to the ombudsman and he'll quote us something from his book of rules and regulations. They'll say, hey man, what about your driver that came over here? Doesn't he have any common sense? And say, we're turning off the power to a house. Maybe there's some pipes in there that'll freeze. Maybe there's people in there that can't reach out and call because their cell phone went dead. We don't care. We're corporate. We have a rule book. That's all we know. Well, I've got to change the rule book as if I have time to fix every problem. Roadside is assistance. Can't find me because it's on the wrong road. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep. Had to wire up my own power. Oh, we're up half a degree. Yep, heat's been on for 20 minutes. Luckily I had a couple of long 12 gauge extension cords. Yeah, we're up half a degree. We're almost at freezing. We don't care. We're a corporate utility. We don't have any common sense at all. We just go by the rule book. Even if the rules are stupid, we're just as stupid as the rule book. Guess we'll find out. Friday the 13th. Happy Friday. At least we found out about it. Luckily we came by every single day just to check.